John Wink on the line and air bridge collapsing.
There's a sponsor. Kevin Crawford.
The KNC Groundworks Scottish Rally Championship contenders return to the gravel for round 5 of the 2023 season, the RSAC Scottish Rally. The Scottish sporting a fresh look for this year with some different stages and a new home base at the GSP Wilson Yard in Dalbeattie. And topping the seeding are the 2022 winners, Michael Binney and Claire Mole, back in John Forrest's R5 Fiesta.
Looking forward to be back in this thing more than anything. So, it was good. I was pleased. We had a good test yesterday. We got a few miles in, so it's all good.
Good.
Steering it on right.
That would help. Last event for Claire for the moment.
For the moment, yeah. So our last event together for a wee while. So she's going away to get her new rose joints put in and get sorted out. So, hopefully we'll have a good run. That's what we really hope for.
There was drama before the start. Fresh from a second place in Argyll, Mark McCulloch and Michael Hendry unable to start with a gearbox problem in the Proton Satria. Kinharvey and A opened the day. The weather damp, but with a promise of drying up later.
Well, here he is.
That's not a minute.
That's not a minute.
And fastest out of the blocks were the championship leaders, Jock Armstrong and Hannah McKillop, quickest by 4 seconds on the opener and second fastest in stage 2. Third quickest in 1, Finlay Ritson and Paul Beaton were quickest in 2 despite a puncture. The Fiesta just 7 seconds down on the Impreza. And 2 seconds back, Binney and Mole were second quickest on stage 1 and third in 2 after an untidy run. Michael looking to neaten his driving up on the second loop.
You had it here first, folks.
John Wink. This. Neil Shanks.
There was an entertaining battle developing for fourth. John Wink and Neil Shanks held the place after a solid morning, just 4 seconds up on Stephen Petch and Michael Wilkinson. The Fabia surviving a big hit in A, thankfully without any damage.
60, 2 right, into, crest, 1 left, flat, 350, flat, 350. Small crest, 60, 4 right, you'll see, flat, you'll see, 4 right, there you go. 50, 2 right, flat again.
David Henderson and Chris Lees had made a slow start by their standards, delayed on the opening loop by a wrong tyre choice. They were only 4 seconds ahead of the returning Ian Wilson and Chris Williams, surviving a small visit to a ditch as Ian tried to reach the heated screen switch in SS1. Only 6 seconds further back, it had been a good start for Lily Patterson and Tom Hind in the Fabia, continuing their good form from the 2 tarmac rounds. Chris Colley was making his first start since the Speyside with Ricky Finlayson back in the hot seat. Despite feeling they were knocking the rust off, they were top Evo after 2 stages. The tightest battle in the top 10 was for 10th place. The Subaru of Duncan Campbell and Michael Cruikshank, only 1 second ahead of the similar car of Ian Baumgart and Liam Whiteley after 2 stages.
No, I'm pleased that we're there or thereabouts, but it's like you say, I could have done with a bigger lead. Finlay's like ramping it up right away, isn't it? So
Right behind you.
my first round would be my round because of my local knowledge, and I would think that, you know, that's the point where I'm going to get the gap, but Finlay took it right back out of me in that second, so fair play to him.
Yeah, very enjoyable day so far anyway. The stages are brilliant. That last stage at A there was a real driver stage, so it wasn't like I was pushing, but I was having a lot of fun, and that seems to be where the time comes, so hopefully they're all like that the rest of the day.
Yeah, we had a good run through the first one, and then through A we were just very scrappy. Didn't nail a couple of hairpins, which would have cost us time. We were along a ditch as well, so just pretty scrappy. So it just needs to get tidied up for this run through here, and hopefully the time will be back there. So.
Really enjoying the stages. They're slippy and tricky. I've made a couple of mistakes, which has led to us falling back a wee bit, but yeah, just need to go into the next loop of stages and concentrate and try and pull back some time.
It's been good, yeah, really enjoyed it. First stage, the pace was good. I thought we were somewhere near the top boys, which was nice. Lost a little bit in that last one. I clipped something on the right hand side and it was canny whack, and I thought I got a puncher, but took a big chunk out of the way. Luckily it didn't go down, but it puts you off for a few miles. Where thinking, is it a puncher, is it just a condition? So lost us a bit more than we liked, but into a different type of stage now, so we'll see how that is.
The first run of Dalbeattie and the second run of Kinharvey made up the next loop, the conditions now drying out.
Right one, into right one over crest, and long left one, and left one, right two, 50, long, very long left one, tightest the left four, into hairpin right, no cut.
The top 3 positions stayed the same over this loop, Armstrong and McKillop making a small suspension change and pulling another second clear of Retson and Beaton. Binney and Mole slipped to 9 seconds down on their fellow Fiesta crew, Michael reckoning he was losing time in the higher speed sections as he still gets used to the R5. Petch and Wink's big battle continued, the Skoda jumping past the Hyundai on this loop to the tune of 4 seconds. And happier with their tyre choice, Henderson and Lees close to within 8 seconds of 4th in this loop, despite being unimpressed with their time through Dalbeattie. Things were tightening up between Wilson and Patterson, the Fiesta now just 1 second clear of the Skoda with 2 stages to go. Colley and Finlayson's strong run continued, the Evo now being chased by the flying Mark II Escort of John Crawford and Josh Davison. John and Josh having their best run in the SRC so far this year. This loop saw the retirement of Angus Laurie and Paul Gribben's Evo. The local Stars' Day had started poorly, a visit to the undergrowth blocking the intercooler on the first loop. The second loop saw the gearbox begin to give trouble and they were forced to retire at second service.
A little tweak in the suspension which made the difference. I would say that's what gave me the edge on that last stage.
Really?
So, phone my suspension, man, God, so that was great.
Good, well, another 2 to go.
I know, I just wish it was over now anyway, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's going alright. Good push in that last stage there, but Djokovic got a second on us, so he must be pushing hard as well. So no, it's good. It's a nice, exciting battle we're having together. So I'm quite happy with my pace. This is his home rally, you could say. So to be up there with him in this car is yeah, very good.
Yeah, we seem to be in a solid third now, so I think we're 9 off Finlay in second, but he just keeps chipping away. So I think I'm just not quite there yet on the sort of medium to high speed corners.
We're sitting fifth, I think. Stephen Petch has just overtaken us. I think he's maybe 5 seconds in front now, and then 4 seconds in front. And David Henderson's closing the gap behind, so there's like a three-way battle between Stephen, myself and David. So this next 2 stages will be trying to get to fourth.
Good.
and try and hopefully not to go back to sixth.
It was a better run. I struggled a bit through the Del Beatty stage. I don't know. I was a bit surprised the time wasn't there, but it was alright. It was a better run. I think we third fastest on the last one, so better than this morning.
Yeah, so you're inching your way up.
Yeah, it's whether I can sort of snatch fourth away from. It's about as high up as I can get without someone else's problems, which we don't want afterwards.
Shouting at him the other week.
The ladies' battle was a slugfest between Megan O'Kane and Aileen Forrest. After a back and forth fight, it was the Fiesta driver who came out on top this time out. Delighted to be back on the gravel and in his home forests, Jim Robertson and co-driver Mike Curry produced their best drive of the year so far, taking top honours in the Haddo Energy Super Seniors. Despite a puncture early on, John McElwraith and Heather Grisdale took their third Groundwater Lift Trucks Subaru Cup 1 of the year. Bouncing back after his Argyll retirement, Robert Proudlock and co-driver Stephen Brown took the Moats Offshore Junior win and top front-wheel drive crew honours. This result netting Robert the John Horton Star Drive Award. A second run through A and Dalbeattie would finish the day, and the drama was far from over. 10th in the SRC, top Auto Shop two-wheel drive and the Alban Garage Challengers win went to John Crawford and Josh Davison. A final stage puncture made it a nervy finish, but it wasn't going to deny the Mark II crew their best result of the season so far. Also producing one of their best drives of the season, Bob Adamson and Richard Wardle had been flying under the radar on the opening loops, just outside the top 10. A final loop charge, lifting the Fiesta to 9th in the SRC at the finish. Despite the Evo threatening to overheat on the final loop, Colley and Finlayson were able to take a solid 8th and the unofficial reward of top Evo. A puncture on the last stage robbed Patterson in Hind of a chance at overhauling Wilson and Williams. The Skoda nevertheless taking a strong 7th at the finish. 6th was a good return for the Fiesta crew after their big Jim Clark accident, 13 seconds up on the Fabia at the end of the day.
One right into flat crest, 80, flat, 80, crest one right, no cut, one left flat, 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 one left, crest one right, flat, 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 one right, 100, two right plus over crest you can see, two, go on, and three right, and two lefts, 45 left, steady.
Petch and Wilkinson were another crew to produce their best drive of the year, with 5th at the finish, just 5 seconds away from 4th place. Henderson and Lees had jumped past Wink and Shanks by 1 second in A.
Has that made a difference? Shanks.
Both crews went for it on the final run of Dalbeattie and amazingly recorded the exact same time. That left the Hyundai crew 4th overall at the finish, another strong result in 2023. And third was an excellent salvage job for Henderson and Lees at the finish. The final podium spot, a welcome surprise for the Fiesta crew after their earlier woes.
Into right 2, don't cut, 60. Flat left 2 and left 1 and left 4 up plus. And flat crest, 170, turn hairpin right, deep.
No, it turned into something. I think we were 7th or 8th at first service, and then we were just working hard to try and get back to 4th, and then we're in the battle for 4th, which we managed to get just at the end, and then that turned into 3rd because of something that happened on the last stage. So yeah, that was great. It's nice to get a podium.
Brilliant. So you have had a fun day after all.
Looking back, it was fun. At the time, it wasn't fun.
Quite a difficult start this morning, but once we kind of relaxed into the event a little bit and the car was performing as we wanted it to, it was good. A good little battle with Steve and Michael and John and Neil, which we came out on top of just about, and then to find out that we've inherited 3rd place, absolutely fantastic. Really, really pleased.
Get her out of line, boy. Keep her going, though.
Binny and Mole wrapped their event up with a bang, fastest on the final stage, despite spinning over the flying finish. And with Claire stepping away from rallying for a while, 2nd was a good send-off result.
Absolutely delighted.
Good. You've had a good day. Yeah.
We have had a good day. We've had one incident, which probably cost us 5 seconds, which when you look at the bigger picture, that's the nature of the sport, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, you got here and that's the main thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's been great, and I'm just not pushing the edge of the envelope with this car yet. You know, it's just going to take time. So I can see where the time is, and we're chuffed to bits. Obviously, we were lying in 3rd, and I just thought something might come our way with those pair going in joint into that last stage. So it's paid off. So chuffed to bits.
Good. And this is one for you to remember.
Absolutely. Fastest time on the last stage, and we spun. We went over the finish line and then we spun.
You know, we're a mile and a bit in.
There should have a big gap. If he's going to try and make
The big drama was reserved for the battle for the win. Ritson and Beaton pulled out all the stops in A, taking 8 seconds out of Armstrong and McKillop. That left the two teams tied on time with less than 5 miles remaining. But what a dramatic 5 miles it would be. Finlay and Paul puncturing a tyre and understeering off the road onto some rocks. The Fiesta crew out while battling for the lead on the final stage. But at least they can take the positives from once again showing great pace. Now they need some luck. And to demonstrate just how much luck helps, this was Armstrong and McKillop on the final stage.
And right 4 in. Oh! Go. Come on, boys, get us out. Left 2 and right 4 in. You're all right. And left 5, no cut narrows into right 6. You're nearly there. And
amazingly bouncing back onto the road with only cosmetic damage, the Impreza crew held it together to take their 2nd win of the season. That dream of another Scottish title is very much alive.
turn hairpin left over finish. Right 4 opens.
Sorry, Hannah.
Don't be sorry.
Don't worry about leaning on the bonnet because it's not that pretty anymore. So anyway.
Congratulations, well done. First overall, Scottish Rally. First Scottish Rally Championship crew. Brilliant, well done. Were you expecting that, or were you expecting
It was Finlay was just reeling us in. He just threw a line out and reeled us in an A. And I said to Hannah, I didn't really want to know the time, but it was kind of getting fed through Fiona to me that it's what it was. So it was like, well, I said, I've been in this the last time when the Galloway Hills Rally, first time ever. It was in Derby. It was a dead heat going into the last stage, and I won it. So that was pretty impressive. And to do that sort of damage and get away with it, Fiona, never be as lucky again.
You were lucky. I've seen the video for it. You were lucky.
We were going that far over, Fiona. I thought I thought it was going to go over, and it never. It fell back the other way.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. And it was
fantastic.
the driver's side, Hannah.
That's unusual, isn't it?
Yes, we all know this man does not behave himself. But I hope he listened to you today in the car.
Yeah, I have to say he did listen to me today, and it's been so good. So good.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you.
Excellent. You're a good team.
Well done, Scottish Championship. Well done. Absolutely so impressive today. So rally went well, and the competition was fantastic. Couldn't ask for better.
Armstrong and McKillop become the first double winners of this very close season after one of the most dramatic final stages in recent times. Up next, the crews head north to Crathis for the Grampian stages in August.